So logging out our user, what we need to do is to write the functionality, and the logout is going to happen on Firebase user listener as well, because this is a part of this user authentication, and we're going to do it here. So let me so we have our save, download. Let's put on top of our save, after our reset password, I'm going to say func log out current user, and we are going to have some completion handler because we want to be notified if the logout was successful or not. So say at escaping, and then we just say we are going to pass our error, which is a type of error optional. We don't return anything. Okay, so to log out, and we need to access our authenticator. Then we say, actually the problem with this is the function that is signing out. Say it says throws, so this may throw an error. So let's put this into catch block. And we're going to do this here. I'm going to say try to log out our current user. And if this is successful, we are not getting any errors where we are going to catch it. I want to say user defaults dot remove object for key, and what we want to remove is our current user. And then we want to save this, so we say user defaults synchronize. And the reason we are doing this is, remember, when our user logs in, we are keeping a copy of that user locally, and when we log out, we want to get rid of this because there is no point of keeping it. And then we call our completion and pass the error, which in our case is nil if nothing happens. And to catch our error, I'm going to just call this let error as ns error, and then we can pass this to our completion handler. And this is all we need to do. Now we can get back to our settings view. Actually, I can do it from here. I don't have to open the side panel. And where is our logout button? Instead of just printing the logout, we can do the logout. So we say Firebase user listener shared, and let's ask it to log out as command P, logout current user with completion handler, and the variable name is error. So I'm going to check if error is nil. It means the logout was successful. So let's see what we want to do when logout was successful. Obviously, we want to show our login screen. And to do that, if we go to our main storyboard, remember when we go to application, we gave this tab bar controller a storyboard ID, so we can get access to it from our code. And the same thing we are going to do with our login view. So we are going to give it a storyboard ID of login view. You can call this anything you want as long as you remember what you call it. So I'm going to copy this so we don't get any problems like I did last time. And now we are going to back our settings. And here, if everything was good and there were no errors, I'm going to initialize a login view. Is equals to UI storyboard dot init with name main bundle nil, and then we want to instantiate a view controller with identifier login view, and we simply show this. And remember, this is being called in a background thread, so we want to get to main queue. So we say dispatch queue.main.async, and then I want to get my login view and set the modal presentation style to be full screen. Modal presentation style is equals to full screen. And if we turn to the full screen thing, actually let me comment this line out, you will see what will happen. And then we say self dot present our login view, animated true and completion nil. All right, that's all. We can test our functionality. So we go here, I'm going to sign out, and you see we have some bar on the top, and I can simply pull this down and get back here, and we haven't even logged out. But by giving it a full screen, what will happen is we will not be able to drag it down. Let me just go ahead, and this will require us to log in again because we no longer have a local user. I'll say iOS dev school at gmail.com. Log in, and we are inside our application, and let me log out. Now you see that this way, when we are in full screen, there is no way our user can get back to the application if he doesn't log in or doesn't register.